Namaskar everyone and welcome back to my channel Planning Engineer Academy GCC. So today is our fifth session and we are diving into the DNA of a project, the project breakdown structure WBS. So as a planning engineer, your WBS is not just a list, it is the story of how building rise from the ground. So today we are moving beyond the basics to look at how we categorize everything from the first shovel in the ground to the final coat of paint. So actually, I cannot cover all the things up to the final coat of paint, but in this series, definitely we'll complete up to the final coat of the paint. So preparation and substructure. So preparation of substructure. So for this substructure, every great project starts with the general and preliminary. I mention here general and preliminary works information. So first we will make the WBS, then we will go to the activity. So inside the activity, we will see that what activity we add in general category and this preliminary work and mobilization and site establishment. Actually, this inside the preliminary works and information, this mobilization and site establishments it comes. Okay, so we'll discuss later on this. Uh, so uh, so uh, let's go further. So in the WBS we divide the physical building into two major structure zones in civil. Okay, the first one is substructure and second one is superstructure. So what is the substructure? So this is everything below the ground. So this is the floor. So inside the activity is called the substructure, like footing inside the footing. What's called this PCC will come. That lean concrete called, and and below the PCC we lay the polythene sheet, and below the polythene sheet we do the anti-termite works. Okay, so this is the substructure. So if someone is asking you what is the substructure, so you can answer them. This is everything below the ground level. This is everything below the ground level, like your excavation, piling, and raft, foundation, etc. Okay, so this is the definition of the substructure. And then we come to the superstructure. So what is the superstructure? So once we cross the ground level, we enter the superstructure phase. Okay, so this is where the building starts to take shape vertically. Okay, so this is the elevation of the building, like that. Okay, this is the footing and this is the elevation of the building. It's the first floor, second floor, like that. Okay, just you have to assume. So this is where the building start to take shape vertically. You can say that. Okay. So you can see how we track this as a distinct milestone to ensure the structural integrity to the project timeline. And from structure to architecture, once the concrete frame is up, the architecture and finishing phase. Okay, once this finish, Once the concrete frame is up, the architecture and finishing phase begins. Okay, once this superstructure work finish, architecture work will begin. Okay, so as as I told you in my previous video, this channel is not made for only for the software tools. Okay, so that's why we are discussing software tools and the planning concept together. Okay, so you have to note down in sequence. Okay, it is very useful. Okay, you don't have to go anywhere to any other channel for the preparation of the civil engineer and planning engineer interview question answer. Okay, so you have to just be with me, and definitely you'll get everything. Okay, so what's called what's called that? Okay, this someone is calling me, so sorry for the interruption. So from structure to architecture, once the concrete frame is up, na, the architecture and finishing phase begins. So this is where the WBS becomes more detailed. Okay, and then in architectural finishing works, that masonry, waterproofing, uh, all these works comes. Okay, so let's go to the other phase. So waterproofing. What is waterproofing? A critical step. Okay, water. You can say that waterproofing is a critical step for uh, wet areas and roof to ensure long-term quality. Okay, actually, that waterproofing work we done on the slab or on the PCC before doing the footing. Okay, so I'll explain everything. Okay, I'll give you the cross section of that. What is the procedure for that? Okay, so if someone is asking what is the waterproofing work, so you can say that a critical step for wet area and roof to ensure long term quality. Okay, so this is the windows screen and lights. So this includes the installation of window screens and lights. Okay, and then stairs. You know that what is the stairs? Wake and blusters. You know that everything. Okay. If you don't know, then uh, ask me in comment box. I will let you know in my upcoming on. Okay. So what is the metal? So metal. You know that. You know or not? So adding the functional elements like stair, walkway, and bluster. So this is the another topic. So I'll come to the this. So metal work means that it may be the metal door. Metal is used for the metal door, roller shutter. Okay, in building we use na roller shutter. So this metal work might become in the roller shutter, and then this blusters. Okay, railing PVs in the railing. Okay, so let's come to the second. So this is floor, wall, ceiling, and roof finishing. It's this all comes in the finishing WBS. So okay, so we'll make the WBS, and and then we'll go to and then we'll go to further. In class 6, we'll take this WBS and start assigning activity and relationship. So please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Planning Engineer Academy JCC for more expert level training. Okay, so let's see. So we'll go to the software. So this is the software. Okay, so in my last video, we discussed to this level. Okay, so in my last video we created the project. So in this video we'll create the WBS. So this is the see. So first I'll close and I'll show you from where you can open the WBS. See, there is one sign. By this symbol you can open. There is one option, and another option is uh, here in project WBS. So both are correct. Both, so by both way you can open the WBS. There is no major difference in that. So this is the WBS. So once you open the WBS, you will go to add button, and we'll we will add some WBS. This is the navigation arrow. So by this navigation arrow, we will adjust, we'll do the alignment of this WBS. Since I uploaded all WBS, so this is the WBS. Okay, so I have added this WBS, and I am telling you in next class na, once I done this WBS, so before adding the activity we will work on the software setting, project timing, work timing, currency, the currency symbol. These all things first we will do on software, then we will go to the further. Okay, so this is the WBS. So first I will write here general. Okay, as I told you that general, and then I'll do one thing, I'll just copy paste, otherwise na it will take much time. Suppose I am typing, it will take much time. Okay, so that's why I'll just do one thing. Since I have prepared this PPT, so I will, if I'm doing like that, then I will adjust. Okay, after construction we'll do the civil works. Inside the civil I'll add structure work. Inside the structure we add superstructure. In this video it takes time. Okay, but your all doubt will go away. Okay, you will not okay, some content, civil works, structure, structure. You also do with me. Okay, superstructure, then structure, machinery work, and then I added here waterproofing. See, there may be thousands of WBS. Okay, but due to the time limitation, I am not covering all activity on WBS, all WBS in this video. Since some people may get bored ना that यार अरे तो बहुत लंबा वीडियो है, somebody can say like that. That's why, but My motto is to teach you, okay, the real planning, the practical planning, how actually we work on site. Okay, later on I can show you drawings and all the things. Okay, so this is the general, this is the preliminary work, this is construction. So inside the construction, civil works come. Inside the civil, inside the civil substructure come. And then substructure, superstructure will be parallel to each other. And then architecture, architecture also will be parallel to the superstructure. Okay, and then this this machinery work will come under the architecture. Waterproofing, waterproofing comes as parallel to the machinery work. This is the, this also will come parallel to the machinery waterproofing window. Okay, see why this waterproofing is coming with machinery work. So this is for the, before doing the floor finish, we do the waterproofing. Okay, then we, then we do finishing work. Okay, and the, and then we this waterproof, this waterproof work can comes on wall also. Okay, that's why I'm adding here. No, it may be some, someone can ask here why you are adding waterproofing. What's the work of the waterproofing here with the machinery? That's right. That's I'm telling you that with machinery, waterproofing is very important. Okay, in finishing work. So that metal work also comes as parallel to the, come down here. Okay. So this is the WBS. I mentioned here roughly. So this is the WBS. So just come here and see how it is looking. Okay. This is the project. So I was in WBS. Once the WBS is created, see in WBS it might be thousand activity like this general construction, civil work. Since the I have added up to the civil works only. Even I have not completed these civil works. Okay, but if I add the thousand of WBS here, it takes much. It will take much time. Okay, then people will say, "Arey, why you are making this much lengthy video?" That's why I'm just giving you the example. Okay, so if you want the full work, so definitely I will not leave. I will not leave. I'll work on that, but it will go step by step. Okay, so up to this I added the WBS. So here you can see how it is looking. See the looks. What's the looks of that? Okay, so I have to change something. First I'll go here. Suppose something is wrong here, no? So you have to just go here and refresh the data. Okay? Now it has changed. Okay, so this is the general, this is the preliminary work, this is the construction. Inside the construction, this is WBS, this is sub WBS, and this is sub WBS, sub WBS. So inside this is a construction. Inside the construction, civil work comes, and inside this civil works, the structure and superstructure and architecture comes. Inside the architecture, the machinery, waterproofing works comes. Okay, so this is the WBS. So here, so this, see, I will show you the BOQ. So this is the BOQ. Okay. So how, from where I taken the WBS. Okay. So this is the BOQ. You can see that this is a structure part. Okay. So first I have added the substructure. Okay. So inside the substructure, as I told you, I will add the site clearance, excavation and filling. Okay, and then what's called this anti-termite work, the then this lean concrete, PCC, and then foundation. Okay, then what's called this neck column, ground beam. These all things will cover in that. Okay, and then we'll come to the superstructure. So this all this substructure. Okay, so this is the superstructure. To here we discuss about the substructure, but this is the, from here is superstructure. So what is the superstructure? As I told you in my video that once we cross the substructure, we enter in substructure. What's called once we complete the substructure, we enter in superstructure phase. Okay, so this is how uh, this is how we identify the WBS, and based on that I created the WBS. So I have taken up to this architecture. Okay, machinery and the waterproofing and these things. Okay, so next we'll go to the software. So this is the software. Okay, so up to here I completed, but it may be in your case. Okay, this is the see here, you can see, I'll go to the BOQ. You can see here, this view queue is for the one particular building. Okay, but it may be in your project, there may be 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 20 buildings. It may be in your project. So how we will do the work on that, on this Primavera? This is a question for you, so I'll explain in very easy way. See, first I have completed this WBS for the building one. Okay, so once I have completed this work for the first building, then in the same way I'll mention here. Okay, general and preliminary, these work will be same. Okay, for all the buildings, since temporary work we do, so temporary work is not done only for the one building, na? If we are making the temporary office for the consultant client, for the contractor, I mean to say for itself, for the company, for temporary accommodation for the staff and the workmen. So these things it's not done only for the one building. Okay, so these will be common, but these work activity WBS is increase. Okay, so up to this is okay. And the second thing I would like to tell you that will come here. Okay, So suppose this is the building. It may be in your case, it may be in your case, it may be in your case, this is the plot. This is the key plan. This is the key plan. This is the key plan of your project. Okay. So there may be garden, there may be car park, there may be substation, there may be helipad, there may be helipad in this area. This is the building area. Okay, but this building is very big building. Okay, this length may be 200 meter by 200 meter. Okay, so you know that what I am trying to explain you, that is for the one building. That building is very a small building, but it may be in your case your project is very big project, but there is only one building. Okay, but inside the building, but the building is very big building. Okay, so that area is length width is 200 by 200 meter. It may be okay in your case. Then how, what you will do? So you know that if inside the building we will divide zone, we divide the zone. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6, like this we divide the zone. We we work zone wise. Okay, so suppose this is a zone 1, this is zone 2, this is zone 3, this is zone 4, and this is zone 5 6 7 8. Okay, so we divided in 8 zone, and we provide expansion joint. So we'll give one expansion joint here, expansion joint. Okay, why we gives expansion joint? Okay, and while we do the schedule now, so at that time we do the scheduling according to the zone. We'll do the scheduling zone wise. Okay, like will not since I'm explaining that that is a small building. So inside the project there is 10 building. Okay, so we'll do the scheduling as per the building. But suppose there is only one project, but the building is very big building. Okay, as I told you that length and width is 20 meter. So we cannot cast the concrete in this much area, 200 by 200. Okay, we cannot cast. You know that in our engineering, why we provide the expansion joint. Actually this is not the topic of this, but I am telling you, as I told you, that we'll cover all the things, the technical things, planning engineer concept, and the software tool. So what is the expansion joint, and why we give the expansion joint? Okay, so your structure engineer will advise you to give the expansion joint. He will mention in the drawing, and he will advise to make the part wise. Okay, even the draftman also make the drawing, so he also make the drawing that zone wise. Okay, because now that's this much area, that one drawing will not be visible. Okay, so that's why we work zone wise, so that is not matter for uh, to give the expansion joint to make the drawing that in part. Okay, the actual logic behind the expansion joint is thermal movement. You know the thermal movement. Okay, so I am just going fast little movement. Okay, what is thermal movement? So we say that thermal movement, that all materials, as you know, that all materials expands and contract. Okay, all materials expands when they get hot, all materials contract when they get cold. So if a building is too long and does not have a gap, the internal pressure from expansion will cause the wall or floor to buckle or crack. So that's why we provide the expansion joint. And what is the standard to provide the expansion joint? So IS code in India, IS code 456 2000. You can say that this is a code 456 2000. 456 2000. Okay, this is IS code. So this IS code say 45 meter. At 45 meter, at 45 meter, we gives the expansion joint. Okay, and in outside country like America. Okay, like America, ACI, American Concrete Institute. It it This ACI say to give the expansion joint from 9 to 60. It is actually depend upon the design. Okay, so to this, uh, thank you very much. So in next class, we'll see about the activity. No, we'll not see the activity in next class. We'll discuss about the um, Primavera setting. So we'll just focus on that setting like currency, timing, work timing, and these all things that basic setting will understand. Then we'll go to the software. So thank you very much.